In the heart of Eleme village lived a woman named Ngozi. She was the kind of woman whose hands were never idle, hardworking, focused, and unshaken by the noise of the world. But in a land where a woman's worth was often tied to marriage, Ngozi's story was one many used as a warning. She was 30, unmarried, and childless. And in her community, that was a crime. Their mother dies in childhood. Their father, once strong and joyful, is left to raise 4 daughters alone. As the years pass, hardship takes its toll, and the family scatters. Each girl lives to fend for herself. Ngozi, the youngest, remains close to home, determined to rise through hard work. She aims scholarships, studies late into the night, and eventually becomes a medical doctor. But through it all, she remained unmarried. Neighbors whisper, elders shake their heads, and even old friends avoid her. Some say she only cares about book and money. She has no social life, no boyfriend, no prospects. She's too proud to humble herself like other women. Even her closest friend, Njideka, often mocks her. Njideka flaunts her designer bags, luxury vacations, and her boyfriend's expensive gifts. Ngozi, you still believe prayers will bring husband? This is 2025, oh. Wake up. But Ngozi always smiles. She never envies. She congratulates Njideka, listens with joy, then bows her head in prayer at night. One afternoon, Njideka calls with exciting news. Ngozi, I am getting married. He is rich, handsome, and gives me everything. Ngozi rejoices but gently asks, my sister, have you prayed about him? Have you sought God's face? Njideka is furious. That's why you are still single, always bringing God into everything. Despite the tension, Ngozi prays for her. The wedding happens in grand style, but the silence after is loud. 3 years later, Njideka returns. Tears, bruises, fear in her eyes. She falls to her knees before Ngozi. I should have listened to you. He was already married. He beats me every day. Today, I found a secret room. He sacrifices little girls. That's where his wealth came from. Spirits torment him. I'm lucky to be alive. Ngozi cries, hugs her, and whispers, God kept you. You will heal. Njideka starts her life over with Ngozi, who takes her in without judgment. Weeks later, Ngozi is on her way to the hospital. A man approaches. Excuse me, are you Dr. Ngozi? She nods. You saved my sister's life years ago. After that, I got a job offer in the United States. I traveled, but I never forgot your face. I've searched for you ever since. I now own an engineering firm in Texas, and I came back with one question. Will you be my wife? Ngozi is shocked, moved, but cautious. I need to pray. 2 weeks later, after fasting and praying, she says yes. Their wedding is glorious, bells ring, choirs sing, and the world watches in awe. The same mouth that mocked now celebrates her. Years later, Ngozi and her husband live happily in the United States, blessed with children and surrounded by peace. Ngozi, the woman they once mocked, was now living in God's abundance. A loving husband, beautiful children, a home built not just on wealth, but on faith, peace, and joy. But this was only the beginning of a new journey. One evening, Ngozi receives a phone call. It's from her village in Eleme. Her childhood home, her father's house, is about to be demolished by corrupt land grabbers. And her estranged sisters, Chiamaka, Nkem, and Nnenna, are all struggling. Chiamaka is a widow with 4 children. Nkem is stuck in an abusive marriage. Nnenna is battling depression, living in a tiny one-room apartment. Ngozi's heart breaks. Though they lived apart for years, they were still her blood. She turns to her husband. "I want to go home. I need to help them." He smiles and says, "Let's go." This is why God blessed us. The same people who once whispered about her are now cheering. Ngozi is back, the doctor from America. She stepped out of the car in elegance and grace, but bows her head in humility. She meets her sisters, embraces them, and breaks into tears. The family, once scattered, is whole again. She pays off all their debts, builds homes for each of them, and starts a foundation to sponsor young girls in Eleme to go to school. That night, Ngozi sees her late mother smiling beside a well of golden water, holding a crown. Her mother says, "You carried the burden of this family with faith. Now, God says it's time for you to lead others into light." Ngozi wakes up with tears and a renewed purpose. Ngozi sets up a girls' academy in Eleme, teaching not only academics but values, dignity, prayer, courage, and discipline. But not everyone is happy. A group of local men, threatened by her influence, try to destroy her reputation. They bribe newspapers, spread lies on social media, and accuse her of using witchcraft to rise. One day, while giving a scholarship speech, she is interrupted and humiliated by a loud voice. "You bewitched your husband. That's how you left us all behind." The crowd is silent. Ngozi breathes deeply, looks up, and says, "If loving my God and standing for what is right is witchcraft, then may the whole village become witches too." The crowd erupts in applause. The accuser walks away in shame. Meanwhile, Njideka, now a born-again woman, joins Ngozi in the village. She starts sharing her testimony to young girls, warning them against chasing flashy wealth without discernment. She and Ngozi became a team. 2 women once divided by the world, now united by grace. Months later, Ngozi receives an international award in Geneva for her work in healthcare and girl child education in Africa. In her speech, she says, "I was mocked, shamed, and left behind. But I held on to faith. I believed in God's timing. And today, I stand not for myself, but for every girl who was told she wasn't enough." Back in Eleme, a new sign is raised: the Ngozi Center for Wisdom and Healing. Children gather, women learn trades, hope is reborn. Moral lessons from this story. Patience is a virtue. Rushing can lead to ruin, but waiting on God brings true joy. Don't mock what you don't understand. Everyone has a journey. Celebrate others instead of condemning them. Faith never fails. God's timing may not be ours, but it is always perfect. Forgiveness heals. Ngozi welcomed Njideka back with love. Showing grace can rebuild broken souls. Ngozi's integrity and diligence were never in vain. When God lifts you, lift others. Blessings are meant to overflow. Family restoration is a divine assignment. Don't let time or distance kill love. Faith doesn't shield from battles, but gives you strength to win. True success is legacy, not luxury. God uses the rejected to rewrite generational stories.